Hey, this is Mr. Beckstrom, and today I want to take a look at an example from section 2.1. This is using the difference quotient, which is this form or expression right here, which is f of x plus h minus f of x all over h, and applying it to this function defined here as f of x is equal to 4x squared plus 8x plus 2, and then simplifying it. Why is this important? We're going to be using this not so much in this class, but if you actually go on in math and whatever, take calculus, this is a very important formula that we have. It'll be used when we use limits to define the derivative of a function, which is rates of change, which leads into integrals and all kinds of great stuff. But for now, it's important that we be able to understand what they're saying, how we use this, and how we simplify it as well. All right, so here's our function here, and then I want to put it into here and then simplify it. So the first thing is f of x plus h. So that says I take my f function here, and wherever there's an x, all I do is I replace that x with an x plus h. So instead of an x, I put an x plus h, and then I square it. So I'm using this, just replacing the x with the x plus h, and then plus 8, and instead of an x, I put an x plus h plus 2. So this here is this part there. So I got that done. Now I have a minus, and now I have to do this part here. So this part is just f of x. That's just this original equation here. So that's 4x squared. It's just telling us take the original function, replace x with x, which doesn't actually change anything. So 4x squared plus 8x plus 2. And then all over, oh, it's almost a straight line till the end, all over h. All right. So big old gobbly mess that we gotta go ahead and do some foiling and distributing and all kinds of stuff. All right, so working this across, I'm gonna go ahead and FOIL this together. So this is x plus h times x plus h. So this side is gonna be 4, and this is gonna be x plus h squared is gonna be x squared plus 2xh, and you can go ahead and multiply those out together on the side if you want. That's just going to be x plus h times x plus h. That's the definition of something squared. And you're going to FOIL that, so you're going to do the first terms. That gives you your x squared. The middle term is, or the inner term is x times h. The outer term is also x times h. Add those together, you get 2xh, and then the last terms is the h squared, so you're going to get a plus h squared. All right. And then you're going to distribute this, so plus, make that 8x plus 8h. All right, plus 2. Now we have to distribute this negative sign. So minus 4x squared, so the opposite sign of all three of those, minus 8x plus 2, all over h. Oh, that's right here should be a minus 2. I forgot to take the minus sign of that, just distributing that minus all over h. All right, so now this minus 2 will cancel out with this plus 2. This minus 8x will cancel out with this plus 8x. And that's all I've got right now. So let's go ahead and distribute this 4x and keep going. So, or this 4 with this trinomial, or not. Well, anyways, this thing here. 4x squared plus 4 times this middle term here is 8 xh plus 4 times that is 4h squared plus 8. I think I crossed the wrong thing up there, so let me correct that. I said 8x, but I did the 8h. See, you have to kind of watch yourself there. So I said the 8x, but so minus 8, so that would be 8h, and then I have a minus 4x squared over there, all over h. All right, so this positive 4x squared should cancel out with this minus 4x squared, and it just leaves me this. Now notice that I have an h in each one of these terms, so I'm going to factor that out. So pull the h out, and I'm going to be left with 8x plus 4h, just pulling an h out of each term, plus 8, all over h, and cross out the h's, and this thing finally simplifies to 8x plus 4h plus 8. And that's it. This is your final answer here. As you can see, it's kind of easy to make mistakes as you go along, so it's important to kind of keep it organized. That way, if you can kind of double check your previous steps, making sure that you're crossing out the right things. And that's it. If you have any questions, let me know, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. Thank you.